is. It's a little bit of the stuff up front out of, that way, the payment, the loans in place, the dealers on board. Everybody's, there's nothing to do really. That's kind of how I like to do it. And, yeah, yeah. So I already have like a couple offers, no problem. So yeah, I don't. You're funny. You're like, really? I got to crunch numbers. Nope, you're good. You're doing fine. You're so when I learned finance, I've been with Bill for 11 years, and I work for all seven of his stores, and I learned this job in Chicago. I had 11 uncles, a lot of strong male influence in my life, so I ended up at a car dealership in Chicago on Cicero Avenue with a baseball bat underneath my desk for 5 years. So I seen it all. These 850 cars a month in 100 different languages. We advertise in the newspaper, so that so I was very enriched, for the customer. This is not a hard one for me. I got to tell you, you're better than you think, and must have other attributes on your application that has them competing a little differently, than some of the tier levels. They are on tier levels. When you're below 600 credit, there's like tier levels. So you're on the better side of the tier. Yay. Yeah, good start, right? So what I need to do, I think you have a trade-in that's not worth a whole lot and maybe 500 cash, or how much is the most you can come up with? And then I need to know if you can take a few minutes besides, okay, they put in there was this Jeep Grand Cherokee that was like a 2010 or something. Can we like find a different one by chance, a different Jeep? So part of keeping the light green with the bank, right, is to make sure that I bring them a vehicle that makes sense mathematically, and I can prove to you that that one doesn't. So, like, unfortunately, you picked out one that, and we've got a lot of vehicles, and I can pull from other stores. So it's not, I'm not limited to just that lot. I probably even can get you a brand new Jeep if you wanted one, But you're right. It'll be 450. It'd be 450. So no. So if you're trying to go as low as possible when you're looking at the inventory, do you ever go out? Can you go online if I send you a link or, you, yeah, damn it. I understand. Yeah. I don't know if it'll be 200 until, well, here, not for a Jeep Grand Cherokee. If you wanted a basic little four-door car the size of your shoe, let's be real about that. And only because you're coming out of the gates in the subprime market. So there's two markets. And here's what I have to tell you. And I won't say this to all my customers. I mean, honestly, I talk to 100 people a month. I might say this to three people. So you are going to get what you want out of this. You will get a low payment. You're just going to have to jump through this hoop for 12 payments, maybe 15 at the tops, paying a little higher payment. So then you can establish yourself and go to the credit union. It's just going to take 12 magical payments, for them to see. They may not, well, maybe they'll jump in the pool. I'll be willing to see if they will, jump in the pool ahead of time, before. But I know for sure the way you score now that you'll be able to get what you want later after 12 months, which is a better deal, right? On the financing. Yeah. And so, but I have several offers and I'm very pleased with the offers. I would like that opportunity to crunch some numbers on some of the vehicles in the inventory. It's just I kind of want you to see if you be open minded to a different one because the book on it is too weak. It's well here. Listen, well maybe there's a possibility. There is a possibility that it would work with a little more cash, but you're just paying for that offset to get that particular Jeep. And I'm not a big fan of working customers over, and hitting them up. I just want to be able to try to produce for, and I'll explain to the customer, like if you can send me two or three stock numbers of vehicles that you would consider, I will work with what you're bringing to the table, which is a little cash and a trade in. I'll get a real value on that trade. I'll find out what it's worth. If they haven't already looked at it, I can do it over the phone. You don't even have to trade it. So you could take the trade out. And let's say you have 1,000 cash, no trade. Okay, that would replace 500, or whatever. I can tell you now that to be a low payment, you obviously want to keep the price low, but the miles have to match. So if the miles go up, the price has to come down, and the book value has to be in line with what you're financing. And so if I find a vehicle, if you send me two or three vehicles to consider that you would consider, there's a chance that one or two of them may not work, and because of that one reason alone, the book value. Yeah, what you're financing. So yeah, on the plus side, okay, the dealer can get away with selling cars like that when you have prime customers walking through the door, and the deal, they just over advance. The banks will over advance, so they can do that, and it's not questioned. So on a higher risk deal right now, until you refinance with the credit union later, um, they're going to want that to make sense mathematically, and so I can't just bring them any vehicle, so that's why I do that little bit of work ahead of time. That way we know, hey, the book's not going to, you're not going to test drive the car, get excited only to find out that it's got a $6,000 book and they're asking 10 because they think it's the crown jewel of Montepur, or they stepped on their own, trying to purchase the vehicle, and they ended up running it through the shop and it had more complicated problems than they anticipated. There's all kind of variables that go into a reason why we are out of whack ourselves. Well, you're never going to get to 200 on a type of Grand Cherokee. Like I said, SUVs, we can try to be 350 a month, especially for the 4x4. When you start adding 4x4, a perfect example is like you just look at a truck or any SUV, go to the new cars, and when you look at the front wheel drives, and then go look at the same vehicle model with a four wheel, it's $5,000 more money. So you're ending up paying for that, and it's going to cost you more. So if you really are trying to have your best payment approach, and um, I would obviously, miles, the lower the miles and the lower the price, the lower the payment. That's really the best formula I can tell you. But it may sound as though that what I really think what I need to do is just get the wish list and see what they turn out to be, from the offers that I have. That way I may be able to produce something for you that might surprise myself. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll be 325, and you can live with it to get the 4x4 Jeep that you're looking for. Um, but yeah, if you mhm. Well, you take your time and just keep your eye on the inventory. I'm ready when you are. I don't need you to do it right now, tonight or tomorrow. I have to hide in the bathroom to eat my lunch half the time. I ask the customer to just give me a day's notice, please. When you call me up and you're like, I'd like to come in at 11 o'clock and it's 9 a.m., I'm not going to be able to produce that fast for you. I'm working for other customers. And yeah, so I want you to just try to give me a day's notice that you're ready, and then keep your eye on the inventory. Send me over. You can text or call me, whatever you prefer. I answer my phone every day until 8 p.m. I answer the phone no matter what. You can just say, here's my couple stock numbers of vehicles. Can you please update and see what the numbers look like? And the vehicle here, I get this all the time. You know how many 18, 19, 20-year-old guys call me up? They want the four-door, 4x4 truck, but they want three. They can't, but they make 1,800 a month income, you know, and they can't get they need the little car to get going. And their credit to be able to get the banks to compete differently, which I already can tell just from the tone of your voice that this is a temporary thing for you. Having to, I'm not going to just say, yeah, fine, we'll get you an SUV for 200 a month. Well, what this is math we're talking here. We can't just change math, and so. But I want that opportunity to see what I can produce for you payment wise, if I can, yeah. Because I feel confident you're gonna, yeah, I feel confident. So figure out what you're doing, if you're fixing your Jeep, or if you want to try to explore it and get something new. I'm just trying, yeah, to be upfront with you as far as what to expect. Yeah. How many miles do you have now? it's not too bad, but it is older, but it's not high. It's not terribly high. Hmm. You may go that route, and that's fine. Yeah. Or just keep driving the hell out of it, right? Get back on the grid. I know. Yeah, I'm the same way. I go cash everything. If I don't got it, I don't buy it. I drive an older car around town. I have a demo, but my around count, yeah, I don't want people to see me all the time with a dealer plated car, because it's a small town and there's 250 employees that work for Bill. And so, I'll drive my little 97 Toyota 4Runner around Ottawa. So I get it. It's a good little car to beat around town in. I feel cool in it. I don't know why. It's an antique now. It's 1997 with a wood grain dash. But they run forever. I took it to North Carolina and back. They're still worth $4,000. I know. It's hard to believe those little stupid trucks. Yeah, them old trucks. I am stocking the inventory because I know that I want to get a little bit upgrade from the 97. Maybe I'll get myself like an '05 like you. So something pops up. And you may go that road, and I have an offer for you on that vehicle too. Like, it doesn't matter, just send me what it is that you would really like to try to get. That particular unit that you went and inquired about, I hate to have to shut it down right away. I might be able to get it work if you came up with a little bit more money, but then you're paying for that mistake. And I'm just saying, I have to tell you, some people get really set on certain cars that they like, but when you are also reestablishing credit, I always ask the customer to try to have some degree of flexibility this time around because we're crawling and walking and then running. And I've been here long enough to re-roll people, like a lot of repeats and referrals, and they're coming out of this, used car, and I'm putting them in something brand new, at a great offer, at a factory offer at that. So, yeah. Yeah, it would totally happen for you. I could tell you. Yeah. Oh, you'd be way, I could tell now you would fast track it. Yeah, you would. You're good. You're better than you think you are. But I just want to be the one you think of when you're ready. I'm Toby, and this is my cell. If you can save my name and number, I'm going to be the one that's going to strike the keys and hammer out the details to make sure that if you do test drive something, you have all that info ahead of time, because if you leave with it, there's nothing stopping you but 20 minutes of paperwork, right? So we don't want to be sitting around there during these times with COVID. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. We're adults. We can do this over the phone and through the internet. We can do it. Okay, my friend, I'll be around. Talk to you soon. Keep me posted. You're welcome. Thank you. Bye bye.